Hi there. Good evening to parents and guardians. My name is Mr. Lee. I'm one of the science teachers here on campus. I teach chemistry and biology. And we're going to kind of go over the syllabus over for back to school night real quick. So, let's see. So here's the table of contents. What you'll learn about who I am as a person, how my classroom's oriented, how it's structured, and what resources I use to help teach the class as well. And then you'll also learn about the grades, how grading works, class materials, and science classroom expectations. Who is me? Who am I? So that's me, Mr. Lee. That's a photo of me playing kickball. I used to go to UC Santa Cruz as an environmental studies and biology major, class of 2017. I also went to UCI to get my master's in teaching as well, including my teaching credential in science. And over the weekends, for fun, I play kickball and flag football. I also later down the road am learning to play ice hockey as well. For my contact info is down there for you all below if you want to take a picture or recording of, or write it down. If you are a student, the students know to email me at that email in orange, peter.lee@sausdlearns.net. And if you are a parent guardian, you can email me at peter.lee@sausd.us. Classroom/homework expectations. Homework would be assigned to your students during class. They will work on it in class, and we'll either work on it together as a class or in groups or individually, okay? Time will be given for students to work on this classwork as well, and anything that doesn't finish turns into homework. I have a really flexible kind of like late policy because I understand students have busy lives out of the classroom, so I don't want to make my class too overbearing in that aspect. In addition, homework for them is designed to help practice their skills as well. It's not meant to like punish or kind of just like give them like kind of make them work. It's more so like help them practice the skills we learned in science class. And then if the students know, they can ask for help whenever they want from me, by email. So that would be my email mentioned earlier. Absences/late assignments. If students have a lower grade than they expect, they can always talk to me and we can get started on helping them improve on their work, whether it's giving open feedback and then having that one-on-one communication on what they could do better to receive a higher grade. This works for any assignment that students want a higher grade in, because I believe that learning is a process. So that student might take a little longer than usual to understand maybe some skills, or some skills don't click as right away as well. With late work, students all can communicate with me via email if they think they're going to turn in assignments late, just so I don't like kind of left hanging wondering where that student is on that assignment, because I understand students also have things outside of their control. Students outside their control that they that might take up too much of their time, and I understand like those moments do happen. So I want students to kind of approach that mindset of just like practicing their communication skills with me, so they let me know ahead of time that they're going to turn in an assignment late. And then class resources, you have textbooks, readings that we have in class as well. Quizlet that we use online. Canvas that we use Canvas is where all the students will find their assignments for a learning unit as well. And then notebook and guided notes in case if there ever need to be that moment, students would prefer to write their notes in person. And then you have scientific articles and papers that we will use later down the road. And then, for example, we have class materials. Students will always use their Chromebooks in this class. I also recommend bringing in students bringing in their chargers as well. Paper or notebook, so I mentioned earlier, line notebooks for scratch work in case we were to do mathematical work. Writing utensils like pens or pencils. Scientific calculators, which we will borrow from the math teachers. And then access to Desmos, which is an online calculator that we will use to help with our calculations as well. And then a growth mindset, ready to learn, where students are always coming in every day ready to learn the next thing. So science classroom expectations fall on common sense. Please adhere to using proper safety equipment when we have lab days. Remember, if the container is hot, for example, don't touch it with your bare hands, let it cool down, or use a fire safety glove. And then grades are based on a 4-3-2-1 competency scale. And 60% of it is assessments, projects, and 40% is the prospects, which is our classwork. And then that'll be it. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them after